Did you ever have a day where everything you wanted to happen didn't happen, and everything you didn't want to happen happened? I've had a few of those in my life. I'm sure you have as well. I remember some years ago I was just having one of those days. Again, everything that I desired to happen wasn't happening. All the things I didn't want to happen was happening. Lots of issues. And if you're like me, in the midst of some of those days, you end up cursing the day, calling it a bad day. Many times during that day, I remember me saying, man, this is just a bad day. And then, by contrast, the very next day, I remember everything that was an issue the day before somehow got resolved. And all the good things that I wanted to happen in the midst of that day was actually coming to fruition. And I caught myself saying, this is a good day. But immediately the Lord convicted me, and I remember on that day, spoke to me right away. He said, who am I to call one day bad and one day good? Didn't I make both days? And when I felt the Lord speaking that to me, as I said, I felt immediately convicted and saddened by my own behavior. That it was true. That I was calling one day bad based upon the things that were happening to me, and one day good based upon the things that were happening to me. And I thought, oh my gosh, that's pretty selfish. The Word of God says that this is a day the Lord has made. Rejoice and be glad in it. It doesn't say rejoice in a day that's good for you. It says every day is a day the Lord has made, and we are to rejoice and be glad in it. I often talk to our team here about learning to see the things as positive, looking for God in the midst of every moment, be it adverse or good. So many people, when they're in the valley in their life, they're just looking up on the peak, on the top of the mountain, just hoping and wishing they were there. And when they do arrive, if they do arrive, when they do arrive, they say, surely God is here. But the reality of it is, I tell my team to, if you're in a valley, if you're in the midst of adversity, that there's treasure buried in the valley. That the Lord is there with you. He's just not on the top of the mountain. He's actually right there with you. Probably wanting to show you things that you didn't see before. Probably wanting to speak to you things that will impact your life at that moment to help you hold the more that He desires to give you. To be able to exist in prosperity on the top of the mountain in order to give you something that you need to get to the top of the mountain. I found in the midst of adversity that, I see sometimes my purpose that God breathed in me plays out to a great degree. I see that many times in the midst of adversity that I'm able to impact people's lives, where if I wasn't in that place, I would not have that open door. I often tell my people to wake up in the morning and anticipate and expect great things to happen that day, because it is a day that the Lord has made. It is a day that your heart is beating, that you're able to breathe, and to, rather than address the darkness, pronounce the light. Look for what God is doing in the midst of everything that you are doing, and you will see that this life is a partnership. We weren't meant to be CEOs of our own life. It was meant to be a partnership. I often tell our people that what I could do actually by myself is pretty boring, but what me and God could do together, well, there's nothing we can't do. The state of Ohio motto is, with God, all things are possible. Believe that every day. Wake up every morning and challenge yourself to look for the good in the day, to look for what the Lord is doing in your life at that very moment, because He is doing something, and we shouldn't miss it, because it's a great thing. Bless you. May the Lord keep you, and may He provide a straight path for your feet today.